Makers of plant-based meat are eyeing China as a top market, given its massive population and appetite for meat. American firm Beyond Meat is building 2 factories near Shanghai, and it will go head-to-head against homegrown firms like Zhen and Zhen. Lynette Lim reports.
China is one of the world's largest consumers of meat, with the average Chinese person eating about 30 kilograms of pork a year. But according to a 2018 survey by research firm Mintel, 40% of Chinese consumers are reducing their meat intake in favor of vegetables, tofu, and vegan meat substitutes. And that's a trend that some restaurants say is accelerating.
Lots of people are turning to vegan or part of vegan food, especially in the big cities. In China, we see the same trend. And this COVID-19 virus just speed up the process. And we try to change to vegan from March this year. And we see more and more people really welcome this concept, the food, especially the young people in Shanghai.
Apart from vegan restaurants, international food chains like KFC and Starbucks are also getting in on the action. In Starbucks, for example, fake meat or plant-based meat is a permanent category on its menus in more than 3,000 stores in China. Plant-based meat dishes here feature meat alternatives from brands like Beyond Meat and Omnipork. This plant-based pork curry, for example, looks just like the real thing. It's also similar to meat in taste and texture. But with meat still costing significantly less, it could be some time before plant-based meat can truly take off. For example, 500 grams of plant-based pork luncheon meat costs about 86 yuan or $16. That's double the price of ordinary luncheon meat.
如果随着市场的增加，它的成本下降以后，慢慢的就是它的价格如果往下走，那么甚至是可以跟肉类一般的肉类相匹敌的话，它还是有一定的优势的，尤其是从一些健康的角度来看那么另外一方面就是我们可以看到，就是在过去几个月，其实猪肉的价格也很不稳定。那么所以这个植物肉它作为一个猪肉的稳定的替代品，它其实在猪肉价格浮动的时候是能够起到一个对社会来说起到一个就是补充蛋白质的这样子的一个角色。
But prices aside, makers of plant-based meat need to convince customers that their products are safe. Research firm Mintel, for instance, says that Chinese consumers who are more driven by health and food safety are more likely to perceive plant-based meat as lab-grown and filled with additives. And that's why Shanghai-based Indonesian entrepreneur Fritz Lin thinks meat alternatives that are more natural can gain the upper hand. He has been making and selling tempeh, a traditional Indonesian soy product made from fermented soybeans, in China since May, and sales have been growing 60 to 70% every month.
To be honest, I'm very optimistic because the Chinese people are more open about trying different kind of dishes, and they are paying more attention to their health. So vegan is ultimately the main choice. And if you talk about first-tier cities such as Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, I think the growth is really accelerating.
According to consultancy Euromonitor, China's plant-based meat market is expected to grow from around $10 billion in 2018 to nearly $12 billion by 2023. Lynette Lim, CNA, Shanghai.